Welcome to NTN Nightly. I am Janelle Norville. This edition's top stories. The Cabinet of Ministers has endorsed the ICT in Education Policy and Strategy for St. Lucia. The weekend proved exciting with the staging of major events on the Independence Celebrations calendar. All that plus the latest in youth development, sports, and the NTN Wapo of Kweyol. The Cabinet of Ministers has endorsed the ICT in Education Policy and Strategy for St. Lucia 2019-2022. Cabinet met on Monday, January 28 and adopted the policy framework. The development process for this policy framework began in 2017 with both technical and financial assistance from the Commonwealth of Learning. While there have been a number of ICT in education initiatives over the past 2 decades, a significant policy gap has also existed. It is expected that this new policy and strategy will provide structure to the implementation of plans and activities related to ICT in education, including adequate infrastructure at schools and training for teachers. From the ICT Policy and Strategy to the Ministry of Education's efforts at meeting the OECS standards in developing a primary grades learning and assessment framework. Here's Anicia Antoine.
Representatives from the Ministry of Education met with the principals of infant and primary schools in St. Lucia to introduce the OECS Primary Grades Assessment Framework. The framework provides an outline of the approaches to assessment in grades K to 6 that caters to the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitudes that are critical for nurturing students. Selma Bissett, Curriculum Officer for Social Sciences, explained that the standards were developed by the Caribbean Examination Council to ensure an equal assessment system across the OECS.
For long, they have been calling for some sort of standardization. A lot of teachers are not too sure about the scope, where they should end when it comes to the curriculum. So they have been very, very receptive when it comes to the standards, because it guides them as to what are the basic learning targets that students should have when they leave a grade. So now teachers are aware when a child leaves my grade, these are the things that the child should know. Not the only things, but these are the basic things that they should know.
Bissett explained that the assessment framework is available on the CAMDU website and can be accessed by the public.
We're encouraging the teachers to let the students know that these are the benchmarks that we are setting for you. So the students and parents will now have a guide as to what my child should know. So currently we have too many variations. So you will find at one school students are doing so much. At another school, they may not be doing enough, and it's not their fault. It's just that there was never any kind of set standard for teachers to know that these are the things that we are supposed to do.
The OECS countries received an education plan development grant from the Global Partner for Education. The funding will provide technical assistance for finalizing the development of the education quality framework. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
The government of St. Lucia continues to register success in its strides to combat climate change. The Department of Sustainable Development recently gathered stakeholders for a conference on the best practices for adaptation and what the island needs to do to get there. Detailed in this report.
The workshop forms part of St. Lucia's National Adaptation Plan, which aims to identify adaptation needs and develop strategies and programs to address those needs. Sustainable Development and Environment Officer Dawn Pierre Nafoniel explained that the National Adaptation Plan, NAP, seeks to find solutions for climate change.
This NAP, which is a 10-year process from 2018 to 2028, allows us to get to a place where we can build our climate resilience. We also developed sectoral adaptation strategies and action plans, SASAPs, that further went in depth into the various sectors that we identified, water, agriculture, and fisheries, noting that as part of the NAP process, we also identified infrastructure, natural resource management, health, education, among others.
Nathaniel stated that the various stakeholders have been working on a communication strategy for climate change, as well as a monitoring evaluation plan.
Cabinet was able to endorse the SNAP, endorse the SASAPs, as well as the monitoring and evaluation plan and the communication strategy. They also gave us some really good recommendations and included the fact that there needs to be greater involvement of the private sector in building climate resilience. The private sector is part of the solution. We are all part of the problem, but we're all part of the solution. So the private sector could help build climate resilience, not only in their particular businesses, but also towards the greater effort of building climate resilience for the country as a whole.
Nathaniel stated that stakeholders should take advantage of the funding available in the climate finance landscape via entities such as GEF, the Global Environment Fund. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
Meantime, the National Youth Council led Strides of Unity, the Youth Battle Rally. The relay began at the Governor General's residence. The participants ran, walked, cycled and skateboarded through communities island-wide. Jesrin Andrew is the president of the National Youth Council.
For the celebration of our 40th year of independence, the young people of St. Lucia put together this activity, Strides of Unity, and we are coming together to unite against certain causes, certain things that are affecting our young people, and we have all the different communities taking part in this, and we hope to have a very, very, very excellent day.
This is NTN Nightly. Coming up, the latest happenings in youth and sports with Ryan O'Brien.
I have my mobile, landline, cable TV and internet service. If I have a problem with any of the services, what should I do?
Here's what you should do to resolve the problem. First, get and fill out a complaint form and lodge your complaint with the service provider. If after 30 days there is still no solution, you may contact your National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, NTRC.
This message is brought to you as a public service announcement by ECTEL, the NTRC, and this station.
Welcome back. We join Ryan O'Brien for the latest happenings in the youth development and sport.
Hello once again. I'm Ryan O'Brien with some news updates from the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports. It was a huge occasion for the island sports personalities as National Sports Awards came off at the Royalton St. Lucia Resort and Spa Saturday night. The prestigious awards were announced. Albert Reynolds, Sportsman of the Year 2018, Evelyn Spencer, Sportswoman, while the junior honors went to cricketer Kimani Melius and sprinter Julian Alfred. The St. Lucia Swimming Association was named Association of the Year. The Lifetime Achievement Award went to Hollis Bristol, Posthumous Award to Leo Sparks and Helen, and the Minister's Award to Dunstan Diboulet and Jane Diboulet. Here are some of the highlights.
Sports serves as a key role in encouraging a culture of teamwork, cooperation, and discourages antisocial behavior.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Mr. Hollis Bristol.
This year's Minister Award goes to an outstanding couple, Mr. and Mrs. Dunstan Dubuli, for the ongoing sponsorship of tennis in St. Lucia, and more specifically the Coca-Cola Championships.
Another friend, Hollis Bristol, described Leo St. Helen as a tennis player with a powerful serve and forehand backed by efficient courtcraft. Some also argued that it was difficult to determine whether he was better at land or water-based sports, as he was brilliant in both aspects. An added dimension to St. Helen's life was biking. He is among the first to introduce stunt riding to St. Lucia, with friends like Ronald Freddie Joseph, Ronald Morissette, John Odlum, and others. Together they formed a club and were regarded as daredevil riders. Leo Spa St. Helen, a sportsman held in high esteem and an individual who has contributed much to what St. Lucian society has become today. It is with this legacy, on the eve of the island's celebration of 40 years of independence, that the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports confers this posthumous award on Leo Spa St. Helen. Two more matches were completed as the 2019 Mass United Insurance 50 Overs Under-19 Schools Cricket Tournament continued on Friday, February 15th. Victories were registered for Sir Arthur Lewis Community College over Leonhes Comprehensive and for VFO Comprehensive Secondary School over PI Secondary. At the Balata playing field, Sir Arthur Lewis Community College defeated a very spirited Leonhes Comprehensive by 27 runs. Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, batting first in a game reduced to 47 overs aside, made 189 for 9 in their allotted overs. Chad Sipal led the scoring with a well-compiled knock of 67, which included 6 fours and 4 sixes. Kyle Adonis with 16, Rashad Gaston 15, and Kervel Prosper 13 not out lent good support. Bowling for Leonhes Comprehensive, skipper Keegan Arnold bagged 3 for 21 in 10 overs. Benaya Monzi 2 for 23 in 4 overs. Evans Turville 2 for 50 in 8 overs. In reply, Leonhes, led by a half-century from Udell Preville, fought gallantly but fell 27 runs short of their target, finishing on 162 all-out in 40 overs. Udell Preville batted very maturely with an even 50, which included 6 fours. Other useful scores came from Keegan Arnold with 23, Shonil Edward 19, and Sanjay Francis 11. Bowling for Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, Sheldon Busby 4 for 21 in 6 overs, while Kyle Adonis claimed 3 wickets for 4 runs in 7. At the PI playing field, VFO Comprehensive completed a comfortable 75-run victory over home team PI Secondary. VFO Comprehensive, batting first after being inserted by PI Secondary, was dismissed for 176 in 34.1 overs, with David Natrum making 25 and 23 each to Hansi Mason and Bernard Calix. Keeps and Bryce was PI Secondary's most successful bowler with 4 wickets. In reply, PI Secondary was dismissed for 101 in 14 overs, with Kervon Albert making a defiant 46 not out. The main wicket takers for VFO Comprehensive were Kennedy Sammy with 4 for 15 in 4 overs and Hansi Mason 2 for 5 in 5 overs. That's all from us today. I'm Ryan O'Brien saying goodbye until next time.
The weekend proved exciting and bustling with 2 more major events on the Independence celebrations calendar. The 2019 Miss Independence pageant dazzled at the National Cultural Center. Miss Sufra Sanchez Charlemagne captured the coveted title. Here are some highlights.
So sweet, it's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from. I need you to understand. I am a St. Lucia, no matter how far I go. Help me put our pieces back
together, do the things you are supposed to do. Love failing. Fight for your country, vigor and valor.
So John, Terry Walcott et after this evening. Kachibe yon a lot of together we made history.
England got industry. No need industry. America got tourism. No need tourism. No need ecotourism. Heritage tourism. Still looking tourism.
People, that's our strength. Let's tap into it. Each one of us pulling our end of the knot.
Trish, vine de loin.
Now, Vinny! Pulling towards progress, pulling towards self-sustenance.
All the way from Supra, Miss Sunshine Salmine, Miss Supra.
Senator Fortuna Belrose is presenting the award. Senator Fortuna Belrose presenting the award to Miss Independence 2019.
And she's now being crowned by Miss Independent 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Supra, make some noise!
Make some noise, Supra! Yes! Congratulations to all the beautiful ladies.
There you go.
Stay with NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson is here with the NTN Wapor at Kweyol.
Small household electrical appliances, when faulty, can give rise to big problems. If you have just purchased a small appliance from a store and you are concerned about the safety of the item, or an appliance has been at home for some time subjected to wear and tear from regular usage, have it tested by the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards. It is better to be safe than sorry.
For more information, contact the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards at 456-0546 or email slbs@candw.lc or visit the website at www.slbs.org.lc. St. Lucia Bureau of Standards, making quality and standards our way of life.
Welcome back. Time now for the NTN Wapor. We all with Primus Hutchinson.
Monsieur, Madame, département qui a responsabilité pour information au gouvernement cette Lucie, puis télévision nationale pays NTN, après cette nouvelle à Kweyol, pour cette Primus Hutchinson. Célébration 40e anniversaire de l'indépendance pays, quand nous voyons beaucoup de chapeaux, et puis visitation officielle, presse des pays l'Angleterre. Prince Charles et puis Madame Ni, quand nous voyons cette Lucie le 17 à mois de mars, et qui a participé dans une cérémonie pour bâtir l'anniversaire de l'indépendance cette Lucie. Gouverneur général, Sir Emmanuel Neville Snack, et Premier ministre honorable Alan Chasney, qui a recevé presse là, et après ça, presse là, et Madame Li, qui a assisté à une réception à l'honneur, côté plusieurs peuples au pays, qui a trouvé invitation pour assister. Ça, c'est la deuxième fois que Prince Charles a célébré l'anniversaire de l'indépendance cette Lucie, à pays, même, il était visité au premier coup en l'année 1989 pour le deuxième anniversaire de l'indépendance. C'est la deuxième fois aussi que Mme Lee a visité le pays. C'était en l'année 2008, côté plusieurs mille Saint-Luciens et bienvenue à Ville-Sophie. Visitation Prince Charles, ni pour faire une célébration au royaume l'Angleterre, et puis relations, et puis ces pays Commonwealth là. Pour cela, et puis Mme Lee a visité 6 pays et qui a tenu plus que 4 engagements qui ont en route là. Visitation a commencé à cette Lucie et immédiatement après, il a entré en pays Barbade et qui a suivi par Saint-Vincent, Saint-Kitts, Nevis et dernièrement la Grenade. Le gouvernement de l'Angleterre a fait une suggestion pour cela, c'est aussi visiter le pays Cuba aussi un effort pour à toutes les bonnes relations des pays ça là. Et par conséquent, pour établir un mariage de culture Cuba avec l'Angleterre. C'est la première fois qu'il y a un prince de l'Angleterre qui a visité le pays Cuba officiellement. Prince Charles et Madame Lee qui a visité aussi les Cayman Islands. Prince Charles et Madame Lee qui a encore là pour 17 jours. Il y a un projet pour adresser les conditions qui ont affecté divers côtés à ce corps des petits enfants. Commencer en cette ici. Le projet a examiné les enfants qui étaient faits et puis ces conditions ça là, et bien trouvé après un accident à faire comme ça. Le représentatif pour le projet ça là, Loveland Butcher dit que parmi ces officiers, ils ont examiné à sous ces petits enfants ça là, des jambes, pieds, épaules, en parmi l'autre. Affectement. L'officier médecin qui a identifié côté ces enfants ça là en film. Par exemple, si on a un film en la main, jambe, ni l'autre problème comme ça. Ça, c'est problème critiquement. C'est le docteur qui a essayé pour corriger ces maladies ça là, maladies infirmité ça là. Mademoiselle Butcher dit aussi, si ce docteur a découvert pièces problème qui critiquent dans la clinique ça là, il a fait un arrangement pour voir ces enfants en sévère pour faire opération. Ces maladies sont en pile, le docteur ça là qui a fait un arrangement pour ces enfants ça là voyager pour l'hôpital en Amérique. Pour encourager les parents pour prendre l'avantage clinique ça là, parce que ça c'est une bonne occasion pour corriger ces divers problèmes d'infirmité que les enfants ni ici ni parents avec les autres qui ont découvert qui va coûter des sous pour trouver l'opération ça là. En parlant de ça, Saint-Fier Cyril, c'est un de ses parents qui ont fait trouver traitement de projet ça là. Madame Cyril déclare qu'il apprécie l'assistance ça là autant parce qu'il a coûté si quantité d'argent pour te faire à l'hôpital Tapion, mais il va coûter qu'est-ce l'argent pour faire à présent. Il a encouragé l'autre parent pour participer dans le programme ça là. Et Ishli aussi parce qu'il trouvait bon l'avantage dans le programme ça là considérablement. Il dit à présent il y a qui a marché à présent. Alors l'autre parent ni pour l'avantage clinique ça là. Là pour ces affaires qui ont ces problèmes au marché, et bien servir la meilleure, avec l'autre situation d'infirmité, des points coûts à l'hôpital Victoria, l'autre clinique là, des points coûts à l'hôpital Saint-Jude, où on a fini ce semaine pour tout traitement d'opération, en fait ça là, on peut aller pour payer par des sous. Et comme la coutume, messieurs, mesdames, nous allons continuer puis adresse le Premier ministre là, Alain Chastanet, pour la nation pour l'année 2019. Nous avons défriché point été fait à son éducation, investissement et développement. Selon le Premier ministre Chastanet, il y a un plus fort challenge qui a menacé le développement de la nation en ces éducations. M. Chastanet déclaré qu'il nous n'y pour accepter que le système d'éducation cette ni brisé chavouillé nettement pour préparer le pays pour l'occasion qui a présenté en qualité de conditions qui existaient dans la terre à présent. Le Premier ministre a annoncé que le ministère de l'Éducation a commencé quand il a servi le programme computer à cette école pays. Le Premier ministre Chastanet dit que le gouvernement a écouté la voix du peuple et a essayé pour adresser ce qui a concerné. Le Premier ministre a déclaré qu'il n'y a pas de pièce perverse pour une discussion qui est bien sensible et pourtant ce qui a affecté divers secteurs pays. Le Premier ministre Chastanet a déclaré que l'année passée, c'était l'année pour faire plan, mais l'année ici, c'est pour implémenter ces divers projets pour le secteur public et privé en ligne d'investissement. Le Premier ministre a annoncé que le gouvernement a parlé franchement concernant les façades sous le pays. Généralement, ça veut dire vieux fort et l'autre commune en parole ça là. Le Premier ministre a annoncé que le travail a commencé à son établissement pour une course cheval et principalement préparation aussi pour bâtir et avancer l'opération aéroport international en hauteur de 170 millions de dollars. Il dit aussi qu'il a entré en arrangement et puis il y a une compagnie bateau touriste, c'est Carnival Cruises et Carnival Cruise Lines pour bâtir un grand lawad pour ville Vieux-Fort. Le ministre Chastanet a assurance là qui pour l'année ça là, la caïni y a une augmentation en employement en résultat de cette quantité de projets qui est venu en opération. Il dit, à part du Vieux-Fort, il y a aussi déjà fait pour commune comme Soufrière, là oui choisir et mikou trouver l'avantage pour expériencer développement en pays. Donc il y a plus à sous investissement à sous ça fait ça là à sous l'autre programme. Et ça c'est continuer à bout nouvelle là et moi remercier autant pour côté et garder et inviter je n'ai plus moi encore les présenter l'autre nouvelle là.
Messi appeal Primus. Here's a look at what's happening to us weather-wise.
Moderate to brisk easterly winds and rough seas will continue around the eastern Caribbean over the next few days. Patches of low-level clouds drifting over the region may produce a few showers over the islands during the next 24 hours. Small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to exercise caution due to brisk winds and above normal seas. The tide for Castries Harbour was high at 2:47 p.m. and will be low at 9:21 p.m. The tide for Fayfort Bay was high at 2:57 p.m. and will be low at 10:04 p.m. The seas, moderate to locally rough with waves and swells 5 to 7 feet or 1.5 to 2.1 meters. The sun will rise Tuesday at 6:26 a.m.
That brings us to the end of NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the St. Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I am Janelle Norville.